Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today I have a deal for you. If you're not already, you should be subscribing to the mailing list for plugin manufacturers. In today's case, I'm talking about Waves. Today I got an email from Waves advertising a free plugin. All you do is click the link they give you and you sign up and you're in. And they're giving away this free plugin for Black Friday on November 29th. Check it out. As you can see here, this is my Gmail, and I've got the email that I received from Waves opened up. And as you can see, free new plugin coming this Black Friday, November 29th. You get a brand new plugin free. Secure your copy. So look, you just click here. And by the way, I'll leave a link in the description for you if you didn't get this email. But you click the link they'll send you, and this happens this will be the second time that I've got a free plugin from Waves, just from being on their mailing list. So you'll click the link, and you'll come to this page, and you just enter your email. Click sign up now. I already did, so I'm not going to click that again. But look, if you got to make it in time. Apparently, they're giving away 10,000 of them for free. Okay. So as soon as I got the email, I signed up. But there's your freebie for today, guys. You should be on plugin manufacturers' mailing lists. So today we're going to do another guitar tracking video. In this case, I'm going to show you the difference in the before and after. The before being the demo recordings where I just got the idea down, and then the after being the really tight version of what I want in the guitar tracks. This will be where you spend a lot of time really focusing on tightness and playing aggressively and sounding professional. Here you're going to hear the difference between amateur recordings and professional guitar recordings. Let's get into it. So here's the original recordings that I'm going to be recording over today. Here's what it sounded like just when I was just trying to get the rough idea down. Alright, sweet breakdown, huh? I've already shown you too much. This is a song that's not released yet. My buddy Mike Davis and I are working on this. So, first things first. You want to set your buffer range probably to 128 or 64, and this is going to reduce your latency. Or, you could just do what I do and set this up so that your low latency monitoring mode is up in this menu here. You can do that by right-clicking, customize control bar and display, and checking low latency mode right here. Okay. Click that. I like to have my metronome on to record with that. And then you want to make sure you're in tune for pretty much every take you do, okay? Tune as often as you need to, but it should be often. So now you're going to see me actually recording and how I do it. Now I have a Fender Stratocaster, and there's a lot of noise, and a lot of guitars are going to have this issue with electrical interference causing a hum when you try to record. You're going to see how I minimize that by simply getting away from my laptop, leaving my phone out of my pocket, and that's pretty much it. You want to get away from the electronics. Let's go. So let's get a little tuned up. First things first. This tuner very much, but I've used it enough that I know how to make it work. Obviously you can listen to it. Alright, one other tip. I don't have a fret wrap, but you should get a fret wrap. If you don't have one, you can do what I do. Put some toilet paper or tape or something up here behind your nut, and that'll mute, because otherwise you're going to have some noise going on. Blick, ding, 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 little ting-tings going on back here. This will get rid of it. Like I said, I'm going to get away from my electronics to reduce the noise, because otherwise, let me turn my input monitoring on here and you'll see what I mean. You hear that noise? Just tilting it up gets rid of it, but you want to get away. As you can hear, the noise is gone for the most part. And after a bit, I'll show you I'll show you my amp simulator I'm using. It's from Audio Assault. It's actually pretty decent. $5 each too. Just use your own IRs. I'm using IRs from Bobby from Frightbox Recording. I'll leave a link to his videos that feature that in his descriptions for you. Let's get started. Alright, let's tune up again. Seems good. Just want to make sure. Let's go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll check and make sure everything's tight. Alrighty, let's check it out. My cat Lily is being cute. She's about 16 years old. Isn't she cool? She's such a healthy girl. Yes, she is, and we love her. And she likes her butt smacked. We call it wallops. She loves her wallops. Yes, she does. Right, Lily? Yes. Alright, for some reason, QuickTime stopped recording. Here's a chance to show you my amp simulator. Again, I'm using Audio Assault. So they have what's called the amp locker, and within there you can choose different amps that you've purchased. I've got a 5650 here, 5150, and a JCM 800. And these sound great. What you want to do with these, and I might show you in another video, but you can reference guitar tones. Listen to a professional record. In this case, I use As It Lay Dying. I think the song was Control. But yeah, just listen to other music, and if you want to try and copy their guitar tone. Just not copy. You want to use a reference though. Try and dial in your amp simulator. One other thing I've got going on here, I got an overdrive pedal, a screamer, just as an extra kind of stage of gain. And this really kind of pushes forward the front end of the amp, the mid-range, a little bit. I got almost no overdrive, tones up the middle, levels just kind of where it sets. And again, I'm using impulse responses from Frightbox Recording. Again, link in description to one of Bobby's videos where in his description you can download his IRs. They're pretty good. You generally don't want to use stock IRs. I'm thinking the reason they don't typically sound good is because they're not really developed by musicians, but they're probably kind of developed by programmers, software type people. They typically just sound kind of harsh, kind of scratchy, fizzy. So find you an IR from someone like Bobby at Frightbox Recording. Use an IR loader. Okay. We're just going to keep playing that same riff over and over again. Alright. Before we edit that, we'll get the other side done. You want to do both sides as you go. Section by section. Okay, now let's go back and edit this before we move on to the next part of this riff. Okay, press Z, let's go. Find one that looks like it starts closer to the beginning, just because that makes sense, right? Find one here that lines up better with this next part. This is about where the riff should begin, right? This looks good. Look at how this is lining up. This one might be a little off, so let's do this. Check the next one. That looks all right. Oh, that looks even better. That looks good. Listen to this. That sounds good. We're just going to go with that for the left side. Click with your left click, flatten and merge. Do the same with the right side. By the way, option, click, that'll switch from solo to that to solo to that. Anyway, press Z, bring that up to full scale there. That was a little sloppy, but either way, let's do the same thing. This one looks good. That looks pretty good. We'll probably leave that alone. This one's looking a little behind there. You see that difference? Let's go ahead and pick... let's see how this sounds. That sounds good. I'm not going to overthink this, right? You just, if it sounds good, it's good. Don't keep trying every take just because you have more. If it sounds good, it's good, man. Listen to both sides, make sure. Now you might want to go ahead and delete this space. We'll add crossfades in a bit. Actually, maybe let's go ahead and do these end fades now. So that noise, so let's get rid of that too. If it doesn't work out, it's probably because of this. These are good settings to have, but go ahead and do that. There's my fade. Cool. Got rid of the noise. Let's move on to the next part of the riff, which is going to sound like this. Okay. So let's continue. Because once we get this part down, we can pretty much repeat it. And then we got to do the part with the kind of palm mutes dragged out for the second half of this little breakdown. Tune. So it's going to be... Now, I'm in the key of drop D here, right? So I can leave the open D there. But when I go to here and here, I want to try and use my finger to mute this E string. And that way you're not going to have dissonance. It's going to clean it up, keep it clean. So this is part of technique as a guitar player when you're recording. You want to pay attention to stuff like that. Don't overthink it though, so to the point where it just sounds like crap. Let's get the other side down, then we'll edit these the same way. Check your tuning quick. Let's go. Check it out. All right. After this, we'll do a little before and after. That sounded a little off. Let's switch to this one. might want to just go ahead and go with this one here. And then check these. Sounds good. Do the left side now. Make sure that's also good. Option click. See how that sounds with the other side? Sounds good, right? Now let's check out the before and after. Here is the before. That's the before. Here's the after. You know how kind of sloppy that is? Go to this. A little tighter. It is more defined and cleaner. Now there's more editing we can do here. We need to get rid of space like in here. You might be able to hear some hum. Maybe not, because I might have got far enough away from my electronics, but let's check it out. Yeah, a little bit of hum there. Yeah. That's okay. Here's what we do. Using the marquee tool here, by the way. Great tool. You should know how to use it. That's it, man. It's that simple. Alright. Then what I like to do, highlight these regions. This is all edited. I'm done with it. Press J to join them together. Logic's going to do some magic. Boom. There you go. Now, Control Command T, get rid of those two regions. We're going to drag the good ones up there. Okay? Booyah. Now I'll finish this later, but there you get the idea. By the way, if you want to clean up your files, you can do it as you go or when you're done with production. But the way you would do that, get rid of all them comps because they are still there in your browser. Press F to open your browser. That's up here. Here's the trick. Shift U. That's going to select all these old takes. And that's going to be, look, select unused. Shift U. Delete button. Press it. For all these clips. Now you can see this, none of this got deleted. This is the good stuff. It's going to get rid of everything that's not being used here. So this is all in use. None of this got deleted. We selected unused. Now it's still there in your audio files. You want to go to File, Project Management, Cleanup. And it's going to show you everything you're getting rid of. This will save you a little space. Booyah. And everything I need is still here. Oh, these are muted. There you go, guys. You got to see a cleanup method. You got to see my before and after. The amp sims I like to use. Oh, there's more. I like Nambriti audio. Again, with the IRs from Frightbox Recording. Or whatever IRs you like. But typically, the ones that come with any amp sim you get are not good. Unless you maybe spend like $100, $200 on an amp sim. So, there you go, boys and girls. $5 amp sim right here. If you know how to do it right and use an IR, that's most of your tone. Also referencing. Just open up Apple Music or whatever you got. Listen to As I Lay Dying, Lamb of God, Megadeth, something badass, right? Yeah. And just try and get as close to the tone that they're using as you can with what you got. You'd be surprised what you can do with a $5 amp sim. So, there you go, guys. Check the description for the link for that Waves plugin. It's free. You got to act fast. You should be on their mailing list. Sound Toys. The other week I got a free plugin from them. You should be on all these mailing lists looking out for stuff like that. So, there you go, guys. There's some before and after, some how to track guitars in Logic Pro. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out. Appreciate it, guys. Check out the website. Buy yourself my CD. It's called The Unknown. Buy yourself a shirt, and keep it metal, y'all.